There you are, sitting in your bubble of excuses, wrapped in the warm, cozy blanket of mediocrity. I mean, why not? It's safe here, isn't it? No risks, no danger, no stakes. You're like a little hamster spinning away on your wheel, pretending you're going somewhere. Round and round and round, it's still stuck in the same little cage. Let me ask you something, my little rodent friend. Do you even want to escape? No, don't answer that just yet. Let's not ruin the suspense. I'll tell you what I think. I think you like it here. Oh yes, the cage is predictable. The wheel is reliable, and best of all, no one expects anything of you. But deep down, in the shadows where you bury the parts of yourself you don't like to talk about, you're restless, aren't you? The routine disgusts you. The safety bores you. There's this itch, this little voice whispering. There's more to this, isn't there? And that, my dear, is where I come in. The joke's on you. You see, life is funny. People think it's this big, grand stage where everyone's playing by some invisible rules, all vying for their happy ending. But here's the punchline. There are no rules. Sure, they tell you there's a plan, a structure, a way things are supposed to be. Go to school, get a job, buy the house, have the kids, retire, die. They paint this pretty little picture, tie it up with a bow and tell you here. Follow this. It's the way to happiness. But what they don't tell you is that the paint on that picture is chipped. The canvas is rotting. And the happiness they're selling, it's as fake as their smiles. And yet, you buy it. You line up like good little soldiers marching to the beat of a drum you didn't even choose. Why? Because it's easier that way. Because stepping off the path is scary. Because breaking the rules makes you uncomfortable. Let me tell you something about comfort. It's a liar, a cheat, a thief. It whispers sweet things in your ear, promise you safety, and then it robs you blind. Comfort steals your ambition. It murders your potential. It chains you to a life that's not worth living. And the worst part, it does it so quietly, so subtly, that you don't even notice until it's too late. But you do notice, don't you? Oh, you might not admit it out loud, but you feel it. That gnawing emptiness, that sickening sense of is this all there is? Here's the truth, darling, comfort is not your friend. It's the villain in your story. And if you want to be the hero, you're going to have to do something very, very difficult. You're going to have to burn it all down. Oh, don't look so horrified. It's not as bad as it sounds. Well, maybe it is, but that's the fun part, isn't it? You see, destruction is not the enemy of creation. It's the prelude. Before you can build something new, you have to tear down the old. And yes, it's messy. It's painful. It's chaotic. But chaos, my dear, is freedom. People like to think chaos is bad, dangerous. But do you know what chaos really is? It's honest. It doesn't pretend to follow a plan. It doesn't wear a mask. It just is. And in that raw, unfiltered truth, there is power. When you embrace chaos, you stop being afraid of the unknown. You stop clinging to the illusion of control. You let go of the chains that comfort has wrapped around you. And you start living. Really, truly living. Now I know what you're thinking. This is all very dramatic, but what does it mean? What do I actually do? Well, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? There's no script, no step-by-step guide. Life doesn't come with a manual. And anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to sell you something. But here's a little secret. You already know what you need to do. Oh yes, you do. Deep down, under all the noise, the fear, the excuses, you know. It's that thing that scares you. That thing that makes your stomach twist and your heart race. That thing you keep pushing aside because it's not the right time or too risky or too hard. That's the thing you need to do. So, here we are, at the end of our little chat, and the question remains, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in your cage, spinning your wheel, pretending you're happy? Or are you going to break free, embrace the chaos, and see what you're really made of? I can't answer that for you. No one can. It's your choice, your life, your story. But remember this, the world is a cruel, uncaring place. It doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't play fair. And it certainly doesn't wait for you to catch up. So if you want something, you have to take it. If you want to matter, you have to fight for it. If you want to live really live, you have to be willing to risk everything. And that, my dear, is the punchline. Life is chaos. Life is madness. Life is pain. But oh, what a beautiful joke it is. Now let's see what you do with the punchline. Why so serious?